What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Make sure you guys like this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and share this channel with your friends. So this week we are going to be going over our Sunday recap, and to start we will start with the economic event calendar. So some important things that I'll be watching for: short-term energy outlook, that's always interesting. Maybe not, maybe won't be market moving. The non-farm productivity, that's always something that I'm also interested in. The big things this week we'll have core CPI. This will be big on Wednesday. The market could be just trade, maybe down to flat-ish into that and move based off of that. We also have PPI on Thursday and jobless claims. I'll be interested in this core PPI in particular. I will be interested in, and then Michigan consumer expectations, consumer sentiment for August, as well as the export and import prices, which will also be interesting to see. So with that being said, let's get into the charts. We do have a lot of economic data this week that's going to be important, but let's start here with ES. The S&P 500 futures. If you will remember, I said that there's a good chance that we rally into the supply zone of 415 to 420. We are now sitting in it, and as you can see, ES actually printed a doji. So the sellers and buyers were pretty balanced. So we can see that right there. From here now will be the test. I personally tend to side with we have one more leg lower. Some people maybe believe the bottom is in for the year, and if you believe that, even if you do believe that, you still would probably expect a pullback down into 395s-ish area. If we'll pull up a daily chart, you'll see what I'm saying. So we rallied into the supply zone. You would expect probably it to come back and retrace into the mean, which is back around here, 400, 395, somewhere in that area. I personally think eventually we see another leg lower. So if we pull up the S&P 500, I kind of have what I would expect to play out. So to me, this was one leg, two leg, three leg. Excuse me, I would expect a fourth flush out leg here, and that would be total make the correction, about, let's see, about 45%. Right now, I believe it's only 30. Right now, it's 32%. If you're on the bullish side, you think the bottom's in, I think you could still at least expect a retest of this area down here. If you're on the bearish side, I think this is a great spot to be short, to start being short up here. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. This is just my own views, my own opinion. But like I said, we rallied into 415, 420, like I said, like I thought we would. Now from here, I'd still expect this node down here, the 330-ish, to get touched at some point. Maybe it won't be in August. It might be in September. But August is a slower month, remember, so that's why volume's low. Trading opportunities are usually low. That's why a lot of traders take August off. Let's look at crude oil. Crude oil, we can see, is kind of still correcting. I know a lot of people that expected to sit it down here, actually close to where it's at, into the low to mid 80s. So oil could be looking to find a base here soon. However, if the recession tends to be deeper than what is anticipated, oil will pull back more and will fall back deeper. So that's a tough trade to make right now. I think longer term, if you're 2 to 4 year time horizon, I think that oil will be higher, but right now it still has room, in my opinion, to go lower. Let's look at the DXY. The DXY, let's look at a monthly chart of the DXY. So you can see it actually wicked last month on an overbought condition, and it was at a trend line. So this is going to be interesting. Last month's high is a big level for the Dixie, so pay close attention to that. That's at 109, a little over 109. I would expect some consolidation and some pullback on it, just strictly based off the technical analysis that it's been doing. This long wick is going to be problematic for it to fill. So let's move into our sectors. There were a lot of things that wanted you to make you think that they're breaking out. I wouldn't quite be convinced that they are breaking out. Here is a monthly chart of the SMH semiconductor ETF. For me, it has to get over 249. If it does get over 249, anybody who is short right here is going to get squeezed, and that could cause a nice move for semis. If we pull back and look at the daily, you can see that they, tried to make it look like it was breaking out, and it did break out. It broke out a little bit, but it's still really got to get over this 249 level before anything really gets serious. I'm not really buying that breakout personally. XLK Tech, you can see also trying to break out, and horrible volume. Did get eaten off the trend line, but the volume was horrible, which just makes me think that there's not many people interested in taking that breakout quite yet. XLY, this thing got wicked on the weekly chart right at trend line. So that could be an interesting move to the downside still. As you can see, I mean, we were way oversold down here and all these. So to me, this is just a technical cool off and a push back off to cool off technicals. And now look, the technicals are back at the median, back at 50, right? They're back at the mean. So, for me, I still see generally more downside. And none of these other charts really are looking that great. Energy even. Some could argue that it's a form of a head and shoulders. This could be a shoulder, this could be a shoulder. And you would really know if you broke last week's lows. That's where I would start being interested. It's a lot of volume. So, and healthcare. I want to look at healthcare. Healthcare has been one of those names that's been holding solid, really solid. So this is something to keep an eye on, healthcare. This could also be a complex head and shoulders. You have a head, a shoulder, a shoulder. So, this would be my level 135. Watch it. If it gets over 135, then the bears better watch out. But if it stays below, anything really could happen there. So, that's what I have for this week. I do just want to take a look at Tesla. Tesla, you can see it did kind of rally off the bottom. It's really hard to say for something like this. I think Tesla will broadly follow the market. However, I could see it finding a lot of buyers down here at 700. And then AMD, this is one of the cooler charts. This is a nice chart. Out of all the charts that I've seen, this one's my favorite. You can see this falling wedge. And it's breaking out. It started to break out. It broke out on good volume. Now it has to just clear this 110. And once it clears 110, it's got some room, and it could run quick if market participates, right? So if the market's not participating, it might be a slower mover. But this does look like a good long-term breakout. AMD is a great company. The fundamentals are in place for this breakout. This is a weekly chart, right? So keep in mind this breakout will take, a few months or into years. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for viewing, subscribing. Please share these videos with your friends if you're enjoying them. And I'll be back with more videos.